Hello friends, welcome to AQYS YouTube channel. This session is a part of our quick revision series Prelims Atulya, and in today's session we'll discuss some basic concepts related to economy. So we analyzed previous year question papers and we have picked some concepts which are still relevant, which are still important, and there might be questions based on these concepts. Now I would like to remind you that under Atulya program is a quick revision series, and under this series we have already covered history, geography, polity, and now we have started economy. So you can explore the playlist which is available on YouTube, and you can watch these videos. These videos will help you revise in no time, very effective videos. And we are also providing the content every day. You can download. We attach the link in the description box, and you can click on the link and you'll be able to download the notes. So let's get started. First, we'll talk about venture capital. See, suppose you have established a startup. Now you need money to grow, you need money to flourish, you need funds to develop. So these startups, they look for investors. Okay, and these investors, they are very wealthy investors, and they also look for startups which have very good future, which have the potential to grow, which have the long term growth perspective. So these investors, wealthy investors, invest in these kinds of startups which have the potential to grow. So these investors, we call these investors venture capitalists. So they are not expecting the instant benefit, they are not expecting the instant returns. Rather, they are going to be very patient. They'll wait for long period of time, but they invest only in those startups which have the potential to grow. So these investors are known as venture capitalists. Okay, so this is a very easy concept. I hope you must have understood. Now let's talk about liquid adjustment facility. See, it is a tool under monetary policy by RBI. So under this tool, banks, they can borrow the money from RBI. Okay, so banks, they borrow the money at repo rate. Now what is this repo rate? See, repo rate, it is the rate at which banks borrow the money from RBI against some collateral. Now what is this collateral? Collateral is government securities, central government securities, state government securities. So these securities are placed as collateral, and banks, they get the money from RBI at repo rate. Okay. Now in case RBI needs the money, and bank, they have excess money and they want to park this money with RBI. In that case, banks, they can park this excess money with RBI but at reverse repo rate. This is known as reverse repo rate. Now this liquid adjustment facility tool, it is used by RBI to control the money in the economy. So they can increase the repo rate, they can decrease the repo rate, they can increase the reverse repo rate, they can decrease the reverse repo rate. So this is how they control, this is how the RBI controls the money in the economy. Okay, so remember, repo rate, it is the rate at which banks borrow the money from the RBI against the collateral, and collateral is government securities. Now let's talk about marginal standing facility. See, under marginal standing facility, banks can borrow the money overnight. Now we know that banks, they are required to keep aside some share of NDTL as a cash, gold, government securities. We call that SLR. Okay. So we have cash reserve ratio, which is CRR. Okay, so banks, they are required to keep some amount in the form of cash, and SLR, they are required to keep this in the form of cash, gold, and government securities. Now this CRR, it cannot be used by banks, they cannot use it. They merely need to keep it aside. They cannot invest this money anywhere. Okay, so they do not get any returns on CRR. They cannot invest this money. However, SLR, they can use these government securities, but extra government securities, because the cash, instead of cash, they can keep extra government securities. So this is something 18%, and extra government securities they can use in order to borrow the cash from the RBI. Suppose the banks, they run out of government securities. Now they do not have the extra government securities, because generally banks, they use extra government securities to borrow the cash. And in case banks do not have the extra holdings of government securities, in that case they can use this facility MSF. Because normally banks, they use repo, that facility, repo facility, which is also known as liquid adjustment facility. They use their government security to pick up the money, but right now they do not have the securities. In that case, they'll go for marginal standing facility. Okay, so in this situation they will have to pay extra interest. That's why, remember, this point is important from your prelims perspective, that MSF, it is greater than repo rate. Okay, so there might be a potential question on this concept. Just remember, marginal standing facility, it is greater than repo rate. Now let's talk about business correspondence. See, we talk about financial inclusion, that there are so many people, they are far away from the banking sector. Okay, banks are located far away from their place, and they cannot access to the credit, they cannot access to the banking facility. In that situation, these business correspondents, they can reach out to these people and they can provide the financial services. Let me make you understand. See, these business correspondents, these are retail agents, and they can reach out to unbanked population, and they can provide the financial services. So the agenda behind this concept is to bring all these people, the unbanked population, under financial net. Now, what services do these people provide? I have provided the list of these services. You can go through the slide, you can read these services. Okay, now let's move forward to digital payment index. See, this index, it is constructed by the RBI. Okay, so this index, it captures the extent of digitization in our country. Okay, and this index, remember, it is based on 5 broad parameters. If you recall, in 2019 there was a question on ease of doing business index, and in that question, parameters were asked. One of the parameters was incorrect, and rest of the parameters were incorrect. So that's why these 5 broad parameters become very important. You can see, first is payment enablers, second payment infrastructure, third, because in the second we are focusing on demand side factors, in the second we are focusing on supply side factors, and the fourth, payment performance, and the fifth, consumer centricity. Okay, so payment enablers, Aadhaar card, okay, and payment infrastructure, credit card, and consumer awareness. So all these parameters, these are very important. You can remember, you can revise. Now let's talk about e-Rupee. See, this e-Rupee, it is a voucher, a QR code voucher. Okay, so suppose you have this QR code voucher. Okay, you are the beneficiary, you have been provided with this QR code voucher. So if you are a beneficiary, you will receive this QR code voucher in your phone. Now you want the services. So being a beneficiary, you will approach the service provider, okay, and you are the beneficiary. Now you will show this QR code to service provider, and you will be able to avail the services. Now how will it work? See, in order to avail the services, you won't be needing internet, you won't be needing any QR code, you won't be needing any app either. Okay, you can simply show this QR code and you will be able to avail the services. So this QR code, it is prepaid card, prepaid QR code. It means it is already loaded with payment, and the service provider will get the payment and you will get the services. Now here you have to understand one thing. Do not get confused. You might be thinking that it might be related with virtual currency. See, it has nothing to do with virtual currency. It is not a virtual currency. Remember this fact. It is backed by the Indian rupee. So this fact is very, very important. So remember, it is backed by the Indian rupee and it is not the virtual currency. Okay. Now friends, I have provided some more concepts in this slide, but I have discussed all significant, all important concepts, and rest of the concepts you can study yourself. And if you have any doubts, you can mention in the comment section. And other concepts they are also available in these notes. You can revise, but the most important concepts I have discussed. So that's all I wanted to discuss in today's session. If you have liked our initiative, you can subscribe our YouTube channel for more such videos. You can follow our social media platforms for daily current affairs content. And in case if you have any doubts or if you have any suggestions, you can mention in the comment section. And do not forget to download these notes. Our content team has worked really hard in order to prepare these notes so that you can revise for your upcoming prelims. So that's all for today's session. I'll see you in the next session soon. Bye bye. Thank you very much.